I just realised I've still got my phone playing, believe me, actually. Let me close that. Okay, so it's saying TikTok's live. Awesome. I will, let me close down a few of these things, actually. I'm kind of curious on whether I can, like, put the chat in to this. So, like, if I pop out, if I pop out the TikTok chat, can I link it to my thing? Hi, Lily. Hello. Nah, I won't bother trying to put the chat in the thing, that's too much effort. I've completely forgot where I was last time. I know I got into the nether, but I don't remember what else I'd done. Alright, I need the gold actually. Yeah. So I've gotten to the nether. Somehow, when getting to the nether portal just happened to spawn in a fortress, which was great. So I think my goal for this stream will be to find the blazes and everything. I actually finally remembered to add the mini-maps mod and... Oh wait, there are the blazes. Oh yeah, they're coming towards me. Okay. I'm gonna, like, need to protect this whole place. But yeah, no, so... Not only... This is great to find out at the start, but not only has it spawned me in a fortress, it's spawned me right near where all the blazes spawn. So I'll probably, like... I mean, this is what I've got. I don't know if I'll need anything else. But I'll probably just leave behind anything that might be too valuable. Just in case. But yeah, oh actually whilst I'm here I should get that iron going. Because I don't have a lot and I'll need it. You know, you can't parry blaze fireballs, I don't think. So I'll need to like figure something out. I'll probably build a wall around my whole thing. It's like, oh, I forgot that that was a no. Okay, maybe it's time to go back to the overworld. I'm not ready for this. I did not expect there to be so many blazes already there. I literally just came back. I should try to build, but you can't place water in the nether, so that's gonna be a pain. I'm just gonna like block off this area. Kind of like right here. Just because. I know that defeats the whole purpose because I want to get these blazes. Yeah. I know there's like one right below me. Wish this one would come a bit closer. You know? I feel like I should probably search up as well if you can hit the fireballs back before I try to do this. I'll let it like throw one at me. Yeah, you can't hit them back. Okay. I want it to come closer then, so I can actually make progress. I'm not going out there. Let's see if I can explore a bit more. I know I can go down here. Actually, let me have a look on the map. Because I finally remembered to put the map on. We've got a good few blazes, but I can't tell where they're spawning from. So that's a bit of a disappointment unless it's like... No! Oh, damn it. This is why I need to stay focused whilst actually doing stuff. I need to quickly get all my things back. I don't actually remember what the time limit is. I think it's like 5 minutes before your stuff despawns. And I don't want any of that stuff despawning. Especially in the nether. As of right now, I'm not like doing collabs or anything, so I think my answer for that would be no. Can I fall down here without dying? Okay, yes I can. Right. There are things chasing after me somewhere. It, yeah, I'm about as good as dead. Well, there goes all my stuff. Awesome. I will just have to recraft everything. Because I'm not going to actually go back there and just risk dying over and over and over again to these blazes. So I'll just recraft all my stuff. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, playing Minecraft. Except I literally just died in the nether, so, and it's kind of pointless to get my stuff back at this point. I think first I'll have to craft a pickaxe and then go from there on getting my, getting everything back. Because I know I've got a mine that goes down to the Y level, so that's a good start. I should probably actually just try to get diamond instead. It's either I get diamond or I get iron and then go back to the nether and try and... Because I saw where the blaze spawner was as well. So I should definitely go try and get there. But now I can actually mark where locations are on my map. So I am so glad I remembered just before starting the stream to actually add that. So I think it's like, hold on, is it this button? Yeah, it's like, I could just put it there, boom. Now I've got a mark for where my cave is. Best mod ever. It also lets me see where all these like different mobs are and stuff. So that's extra helpful. Yeah, so it'll be down here. If I remember correctly though, with down here, it's like there's a lot of caves surrounding it and like water and stuff, so it's more annoying to deal with. But yeah, no, it's like end of the stream yesterday as well. Is like finally get to the nether and I have to end the stream and then it's like, oh, we're gonna spawn you right in a nether fortress. It's like, seriously. That was awesome. I found that quite funny. Actually doesn't look like there's much in that cave over there. Oh, there's a zombie right there actually, never mind. Oh, gonna block this up. Because I'm not dealing with that. Yeah. I think the main goal, mostly now, is just get all my stuff back, maybe upgrade to better things, and then carry on. Because I'm pretty sure I'm on Y level 15. Yeah, I am. So I think I'm good for finding iron. Yeah, I'm not risking that. Fight. I think also just my general plan is I'm gonna mine out this entire level as far as I can. And then maybe I'll try going for caves and stuff. Oh, but if anyone does want to see the previous stream, that's now up on YouTube, which is basically by the same user, but there's none of like the emojis and stuff that you see from my TikTok user. So you can watch it on there. I should definitely make a base in the Nether. I should totally do that. I think that would be really cool. Everything on my PC just like refreshed and I don't like that. Hi, hello, welcome to the stream. Currently, like if you're asking what I'm doing in game, currently I'm just looking for iron because I need to remake a whole bunch of stuff because I died and then it's like it was in the Nether, so I'm not bothering to get it back. Which is why I'm mining out everything. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but it's alright. It's like, it's because of the blazes. I spawned right in a nether fortress and there's like a bunch of blazes nearby, so that's why. And I had a few iron things, so it wasn't that big of a loss. I just need to get more iron so I can, like, actually go back. I might try and get a full set of iron instead this time, though. Yes, I am on PC. I actually don't know which shader I prefer for the ones I've got on. Yeah. Am I able to change my shaders yet? No. Damn. Oh wait, no, I have to go to the mods option. I'll change them back. Where is it? It's here. And apply that. It's gonna totally crash my PC. Jokes. I think I like this one more. It kind of keeps to the more Minecraft texture. I like it. I am going to make another pickaxe. And then actually hope for the best. I think I just need to choose a different mining location, really. Unless I get an X-ray mod, but that's cheating. I said I'd do this as legit as I could. Also, like, in Bedrock at least, I know that there's an achievement if you manage to go down an entire hill without taking damage. Because I randomly got it one day, I was like, what? But that's apparently a genuine achievement in the game you can get. It might be Bedrock only because it did unlock, like, a cosmetic thing for the skin. But, yeah, I did not know that was a thing. Right. Here's to me hoping we can find more iron today. If not, I may be done for. It's either that or I'd go down to like Y level. I think it's like minus 50 or like minus 54 for diamond. It's either one. Yeah. I'm at 15 right now. So, oh gosh, it'll take ages to get down to that level. Unless I dig like straight down, which I probably will end up doing. Okay, no. I feel like this entire floor just does not have iron. I've done it loads of times. It works super well. It's like lava and all that stuff, just listen out for it. I'm gonna see, actually, if I dig down this way, am I going to be able to get down to diamond level? Oh, more lapis, awesome. Hello, welcome to the stream. Currently just mining for either iron or diamond, whichever one I happen to find first. But yeah. What level? And I've not got down that far, but I'm just checking what. Yeah, about like 6. I mean, I'd say yeah. Technically, I've played it for a while. It's on and off, like I guess a lot of people, but yeah. I've never completed the game though, so that's like the whole point of this like mini Minecraft series, I guess. It's just to like complete the game. Most of which, like past live streams and everything, can be found on YouTube. Except for like 1 or 2 though, where it's like there was an issue with the recording, so they have not been uploaded. I'm gonna run out on this pickaxe soon, so I'll probably make a stone one. Yeah, I'm gonna make a stone pickaxe. I've got like no iron left. What am I gonna make? Looking for ores and caves. I don't know. Because when you're doing that, you have a higher chance to run into mobs, which is something I personally don't like. But it can, like, I guess it could be better, you know? It's honestly dependent on how you like mining. Like, for some people, strip mining works a lot better, but for others, it's like going into caves and stuff is a lot better. Also, just remembered, if I want diamond, I'm gonna need to save my iron pickaxe. What level am I at now? -5. I'm making no progress. Hi, hello. Welcome to the stream. Currently just playing Minecraft, looking for ores, really, and not having much luck. Sure, what is it? I feel like all the iron has just decided to not be on the level it's supposed to be on. Like, unless they've changed the level that my iron spawns on. I don't know. That's an odd question to ask. Yeah, I feel like there's no iron on this level. And it's like, they've probably changed it whilst I wasn't looking, like what level iron spawns on. So, hold on. The mods I have, the main mod pack I'm using is the fabulously optimized mod, but I have a bunch of other kind of mods installed here, which help. This one as well for shaders. So, for example, I have these two shaders that I can use here. I also have the Farmer's Delight mod on, and just a few others to like help. The minimap mod is these ones, which I fully recommend because they help a lot. I didn't even realise, but I have the Zoomify mod as well. But yeah, you can find the fabulously optimized mod on, I think it's Modrinth. I don't know if it's on CurseForge, but yeah. No problem. Oh, I forgot there was water here. Alright, so it's like I can't go anywhere because there's water. How much you bet there's like a ton of iron as well in the water area? Like, hold on, if I mine up. There is a skeleton. No. I am not. No. Oh, this is not worth the risk. I didn't bring any food with me. That was a stupid idea. Though to be honest, I did lose all my food in the Nether, so. Oh, I did not mind that evenly. Would you rather be a hero or a villain, and why? I don't know. Either would suck. Like, being either would mean I'd have to get up and, like, do a lot of stuff. And I couldn't be bothered doing that. Oh, it's night time. Damn. So, that's my answer. I should have brought it. See? It's like... I mean, I get, like, if you're a hero and stuff, you are helping people, which is, like, good. And if you're, like, a villain or whatever, you're doing bad things. But if I was to, like, really get into it, it also depends on what kind of hero or villain you are on. Because, like, there are some that do things, bad things for good reasons, and some that do bad things, like, good things for bad reasons, you know? It's a whole thing. I could not give a proper answer. Until it turns daytime, I guess I am just stuck mining as well. Hi, hello. Welcome to the stream. And yes, I did draw the character. I do, but I have no food on me. But yeah. If anyone wants to also know what app I use, like what I use to make the little character appear like that, I use an app. I use a thing called like VideoTube Mini, I think. So like you just import like 4 pictures of your sprite, and then it'll set the timing and everything for it blinking, which I thought was so cool when I first saw it. This iron hunt is not going very good. Oh, did I? Hold on. I'll check. I'll check. I'm gonna check real quick. Oh, I did! Thank you all so much. I'd probably actually have a better chance at just strip mining instead of taking out the whole area. But I don't know. Like, I think I'll just continue the way I'm going. Do I have any favourite series I watch? No, I am not a big series watcher, to be honest. So I don't really have any that I like watch or enjoy. You know, actually, I'm gonna double check what level iron is on, because I feel like I'm doing this all wrong. Iron spawns throughout the world, but best Y level for iron is Y16. Okay, so either is this for the right thing? To be honest, I don't prefer either. I have like favorite movies and stuff, but movies and series, it's like I can never really get into them. Obviously, I do have some that I think are alright, but overall, it's just like they're not something I can do because I don't think I can fully focus my time to just sit down and watch something for a while. You know what? It's also like whenever I do find a series that I like, half the time it just ends up getting absolutely obliterated off of every platform. So I can never actually rewatch the series, which sucks. Yeah, it does, and it's like the most annoying thing ever. Especially because, like, I think the streaming platform I use most is like Netflix and stuff. Yeah! So when you're watching something on Netflix, you check it again and it says, oh, this is disappearing on this day that is like 5 days away. And then suddenly you're busy in the next 5 days and you can't watch it, and then it's gone. Then you go on YouTube to look for it, and it's like half the videos of it have been taken off of YouTube. It just sucks. Okay, I'm gonna see if it's turned daytime yet, just before I die of hunger or something. I hope it will have. But if there's like 50 mobs waiting upstairs for me, then I'm done for. Also, if it is right with like what it says about iron being on Y level 16, it's like, that's awful. Oh my gosh, I remember She-Ra. I never actually got into it, but I do remember seeing it quite a few times. I did not know that got taken off of Netflix though. Oh, it's lightning. No, I'm not gonna risk that jump actually. I've seen Hilda actually. I do remember watching that. That was quite nice. Alright, I need food. Do I have any left? Okay, thankfully I have that. Oh, I can make copper armor actually. I could do that for sure. Thank you. Um, this house is like nowhere near being finished. It does not have a roof, nor is it decorated, but I think my whole focus for now is to just finish everything else. I actually need to plant potatoes in my farm, and I completely forgot to do that. Or I need to double check if I had my buckets on me. Okay, I did not. Thank God. I also really hope that lightning that just struck did not hit my house. Just like sleep before my whole house gets turned into a fire pit. Oh, there's a rainbow. Oh, you're making a village. Damn. Hope that's going well. Oh, there's a sheep. Nah. 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 If I died to one more thing in this world, I swear. Oh, bakeries are awesome. I feel like they should definitely add something like that into the actual game. It's not my actual name, it's just like, I can't lie, it is based off of the main character, well, one of the main characters from Genshin Impact. Mostly just because, like, my favourite character. Where are my seeds? Alright, hold on. There they are. Yes, because Lumien's been my traveller in Genshin for like, well, since the start of the game in like 2.1. What? Oh yes, I love Tainari as well. He is so cool. Um, I'm actually working on building him, like for what's the dendro reaction of the Luna thing? Whatever that is, I am building him for that. Hi, hello, welcome to the stream. Playing Minecraft, as you can see. Currently just trying to remake some progress, and yeah. Yes, this has the fabulous. This is with the fabulously optimized mod pack, and a few other like shaders and the waypoint mod and the minimap mod, but nothing that'll like allow me to cheat in the game or anything. Because the point of this playthrough is just to complete the game as like legit as possible. I completely placed down the wrong thing there. Yeah, I've put for this playthrough I plan to not like speedrun it or anything. I want to do it as kind of chill as I can. Oh, Karara is awesome. I quite liked her whole idea as a character. I think it was awesome. Especially like the summertime events, she was cool. Actually, I could definitely make a sheep and chicken farm, because that will supply me with like a good few stuff. Yeah, I don't even remember the last time we had a whatchamacallit event, summertime event. I know it was like with, no, I don't actually remember who it was with, but it was fun, and they need to bring it back. Let me grab the wheat, because I'll need to get sheep as well. I think I'll get sheep first, so then I can make carpets. Are there sheep on here, though? Yeah, there are, okay. Oh, there's a skeleton right over there. I wanna get it, but I also don't want to risk dying again. My YouTube is the same as like, basically it's just like LumiClouds:3. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that, because I know when I posted about it before, I put the completely wrong thing. But yeah, it's either, you could either search up LumiClouds:3 or just LumiClouds, and then that should work. No problem. I'm gonna build it right here, right next to my nether portal. I didn't make a gate actually, I need to make a gate. Yeah, I think I'll keep the tree there. I'll just like combine all my animals in one area. I'll pick that up. Oh, I got a bone from that. If I see a dog, I need to tame a dog. Right, what can I make? Yeah, I'll use these and then. How do I make a gate? 2 sticks and 2 blocks of wood, okay. Oh wait, I actually don't need that many sticks. Or maybe I do. Yeah, I do. Awesome. Right, let me find... Actually, there's a cow here. Come here. And I need to find another one. Okay, awesome. You are now trapped here. I will go find another one. Oh, another one has just appeared. Awesome. Is there a sheep nearby? I need a sheep. Okay, there are sheep nearby. I didn't bring my seeds with me. Come here, come here. Awesome. Let's get these over to the pen. Okay, wait, no, I've not lost any of them, have I? Okay, no, I haven't. Right, come on. Come on. Please don't ask weird questions like that in my chat, if that is what I think it means. I have played horror games before. I've streamed like Minecraft horror mods and stuff before. I kind of stopped doing that though because they all got a bit boring, but you know, I've definitely played that before. Right, let's get these chickens as well. Come on. I want all of the chickens. Just before it hits night time as well. And then I can like multiply them and steal their eggs. Okay, now I just need like carrots or something so I can get pigs. I don't have iron to make shears. Yeah, I do like horror mods, but I'm also like kind of particular about them. As in the fact that if it's like like something that's repetitive, then I probably won't play it. But if it's not, then it's like awesome. Right. Put one there. Put one there. And here. And boom, I have a farm. I actually forgot what I was originally supposed to do. I know I was like collecting iron to get my stuff back, but I don't want to do that anymore. I wanna put a pause on the. I have never heard of that game before. If it is a game, I think it should be. I've just never heard of it before. Is it good? Hmm. What's like the whole premise of it? Right, I've got the farm there. Should I expand this farm or should I expand this farm? I'll expand this farm. Have babies, have babies. Oh, also it spawned. No. It spawned a white wolf sheep. I can't get out this way. I wish I still had a laptop. But I stepped on mine and the screen went half green. So I can no longer use it. It's like a zombie game and you've got... Alright, that sounds cool. Hi, hello, welcome to the stream. Right, I might as well just make this into like a whole farming simulator. Screw beating the game, I wanna decorate. I need to make bread, that's what I need to do. I forgot I have that. Right. I need priorities. But what do I prioritize first? Do I prioritize killing those blazes in the nether? Oh, you totally should. This is like my 2-week Minecraft phase. And once this is over, I'm just never gonna stream for like ages. And then I'll just randomly come back one day and stream it again when the 2-week phase comes back. Or actually, I might just like... That's nice. I don't think I have a forever world just yet. I think though, if I get bored of Minecraft, I'm gonna alternate between like Terraria and Stardew Valley. I think I'll just alternate between the two. Or if I find another game I can stream. Yeah. Oh, that's good to hear. That's kind of what I aim for with my streams. I don't want to do like all the I don't know, all the stuff that streamers do. But then I guess like everyone else doesn't want to do the exact same thing another streamer does, so do I have any pets? I do not. I used to have guinea pigs, but then I had to give those away, so I can't feed these anymore. They won't breed. You know what? I'm gonna get like a ton of wool from other sheep, and I'm gonna actually finally carpet the inside of my house. Either that, or I make a roof. I need white sheep actually for this, because I'm following the whole birch theme. Do I make a roof, or do I put carpet? Oh no, now I'm confused. Right, I'm like pressing every button but the one I need on this keyboard. Which actually reminds me, if I could find the controller, there is like an Xbox controller somewhere in this room, which I can just connect to the PC and use. But it's like disappeared off the face of the earth. Unfortunately, it's like right now I'm not open to like letting people join my world and stuff. But yeah. Maybe in the future I'll do like joining people's worlds or whatever and that. But not right now. Give it like 50 years. Oh, but yeah, actually, let me show you, for anyone who's watching, what the nether situation is like. For this, I'm gonna remove everything because, like, I need to make a chest. Because I will just get, like, one-shotted by the blazes in there. And then remove the armor. Yeah, no. I was 100% freaking out when I got to the nether yesterday. I need to search up how lucky it is to spawn directly in a nether fortress as well. It's a pretty small one as well. So it's not like a massive one. But yeah. I have no clue. But it's like, you see right there. There's a blaze, there's a blaze. My stuff fell down there. Why is there a sheep here? How did you get here? They can come through the portal? But yeah, no, my stuff fell down there because I was trying to zoom in on a blaze and I died right there. So that's where all my stuff used to be. I think it's not down here, but it's somewhere like over that way is where all the stuff is. It is so dark in here. What is my brightness set to? Can I change the brightness actually? What is up with these settings? Okay, that's not the right thing. Yeah, I'm done there. Okay, I don't know how to do that. I'm just gonna steal all this stuff. Oh, saddle and golden horse armor. Absolutely useless. Oh, I forgot if they are the ones that are passive until you attack them or not. No, I'm not doing that. Wait, is it like... No, it's not corridor here. Actually, I'm gonna close a curtain just because I can barely see what's happening in this. I will start like right next to a window. The sun is shining down on me. I can't see a thing. But yeah, no, I think that right there is the blaze spawner or something. Oh, yep, it is, it is, it is, it is, it is. Yeah, so I found the blaze spawner. But I got a horse saddle now. I can go get a horse. I also have a gold sword, which is completely useless. But you know, you win some, you lose some. But yeah, I need to find a good way to kill blazes. Do I have a favorite animal? I feel like if I say it's gonna sound really cringy because, you know, but personally, I really like wolves. You know? Just because of like the whole thing. Oh no, you're not. The whole point of streaming is to like interact with your chat and stuff whilst you play. So it's completely fine. But, you know, I just like them because, first of all, they look so fluffy, and I love anything that's like that. But also just because of, like, the whole biology thing and evolution. Ooh, foxes are quite nice as well. Those blazes actually spawn pretty close to where I was. So I want to see if I can kill them from here. Like, come up here, come up here. You know what? Fair enough. I swear, they just move up and down. They don't come any closer. Like, come over here and fight me, because I'm not going over there. At this point, I'm not gonna have any progress done towards completing the game. Hi, hello, welcome to the stream. We are just playing Minecraft, as you can see. I need something to do. I can make carpet. Actually work on decorating this house, for once. Because I was thinking, right, if I have it coming in from here, like this, and then I can change the torches to be on the wall. Could I have it like, so it's not actually touching the walls, but it's one block apart, and then bring it up to here, have it come up through here, and then do the same thing on top of here. I need to get some clay as well, but I don't think there are any like clay based biomes near me from what I've seen, so I'd have to look like extra hard for that. And I don't have any iron, so I can't make a whatchamacallit. Well, see, when they released the Cherry Blossom biome, that was one of my favourites purely because of how it looks when you build with it. And then they released the Pale Garden, which I think may have topped the Cherry Blossom biome for me. So, it's like, it's an amalgamation of Cherry Blossom biome, Pale Garden, and probably the Birch biomes that are, like, my favourite. Oh, that chicken looked like it's gonna jump up, and I don't want that. You shall not pass the gate. Wait, actually, I need him to come here. I love, like, the new baby animals appearance. It's so cute. I am a farmer. This is every time I create a new Minecraft world, all I end up doing is making a massive farm. Real, I used to see so many people saying like, oh, birch. Birch is the worst biome. But it's like, awesome. A lot of people don't like the update. If you answer my question correctly, I'll give you a galaxy. Okay. Depending on what the question is, I will probably answer. I need wool. Sourced non-ethically. What would happen if Pinocchio says, my nose is about to grow? It creates a paradox because he could be lying about his nose being about to grow, and then it grows, or he could be telling the truth. No, wait, he'd have to be lying, because if he says the truth, his nose won't grow. But if he says the truth and his nose doesn't grow, then he was like, it's a paradox. That's my answer. You know what, the spruce biome is cool. I don't remember if that's the one with the massive trees or not, but it is a good one. Right, do you just not have a hitbox? Okay. Right, a small sheep over here. Oh, this is like a great way to get food as well. I don't have a farm, but you know. Need more sheep. It's gonna be like no sheep left in this world once I'm done. There was like should have been one here. Oh yeah, there it is. Right, make some more carpet. And get on with decorating my house. Oh, thank you for the rose. Right, let's do this here. My dream job. Oh, I mean the job I'm going towards is becoming a teacher, but oh no. When I was younger, I know I really wanted to be a detective. But yeah, I don't know about dream job. I guess being a teacher then. Um, Thank you for the hamster as well. I'm getting gifts in the chat. Whoa. I also don't know what this person's put in the chat. I cannot read that at all. Right. Hold on, I have to remember what that job is actually, but that sounds cool. I know it has like, it's probably something. Does it have something to do with the? I'm not gonna say economy because I feel like that's wrong. Possibly nature. It has the logist part in it, so it might be sciencey related. Hope hope you get it though, if you don't already. Like, work towards your dreams, guys. Um, what was I doing? I was getting wool, and I don't have enough wool. So I need sheep, which are not here. Oh, nice! That is definitely a cool job then. Oh, hope you get that, because that definitely sounds amazing. Right, I need more sheep. And now that I have the waypoints mod, actually, it's going to be a lot easier to find my way back to my base, and I won't be ended up lost for like half the stream. Hello! Welcome to the stream. Ooh, I should get flowers for my base. Hello, welcome to the stream as well. And I'm gonna say thank you anyways. I only have about 3 wool. I need like 1 more so I can actually make enough wool. Or no, so I can actually make enough carpet. Can one spawn before me before it turns night? Pretty please. I am doing good. How are you? Thank you for. I think that is a cat. Thank you for the cat. Um. Oh wow, that quickly. Thank you. My favorite food. Uh, Probably cheesecake. I don't know if you could like. It's obviously a food, but yeah, cheesecake. That's like the best one. Oh, is that a Death Note profile picture? I could actually not tell. Oh, nice. Let me a specific type. Hmm. No, there's no problem in asking. I need to think of a food. I know a lot. What am I doing? I have actually no clue right now. At first, I was going to go mine for iron, but it didn't go anywhere. And then, so now I'm just working on my whole kind of base. Um, I need to go. Thank you so much for watching this stream as far as you did. Hope you enjoyed it whilst you did as well. Hope to see you in the next one. Um, but, as for what I'm doing, stream next. It might be Monday, Tuesday next week. It's not too sure. Uh, how I stream is like really random. It depends on how bothered I can be to do it. But yeah. Alright. Alright. Yeah, no, I feel like I should make a bigger farm. This is not big enough. Like, I could bring it all the way over to there. Totally. Are these potatoes fully grown yet? I don't want to hit them just in case they aren't. I also completely forgot to put torches up on here. Like, a zombie could have spawned in there and, I don't know, murked all my animals. And that would not have been fun. I swear I saw a zombie. You know, I think I will just expand my farm. It's like building this kind of area, make it bigger, so that I can have more food. And then, at some point, I'll get around to going to the nether and actually beating the game. Not now, but at some point. Where is all my dirt? I only have like 46 blocks. That's like the worst amount ever. Do I seriously not have any more? Oh, thank you. I try to be. You know what, if I fill in this hole, I can like bring the whole, like, it down a layer. I think, yeah, I could totally bring it down a layer. Oh, awesome. Let me do that then. I need to grab my buckets then as well. I forgot to do that. Right, where did I put all my seeds? Were my buckets in there? No, they were not. Okay, can I plant that? I actually don't know. I feel like I am missing. Oh, I have iron nuggets. I did not know that. Hold on. I can craft those into, oh, I can make a bag of rice. Yeah, so that can't be planted. I've got one iron bar, which means I can make a shield again. Right. Let's work on the farm. You know what annoys me actually in this game? What really annoys me in this game is you can make infinite water sources, but as far as I'm aware, you cannot make infinite lava sources. I didn't bring my hoe. Which is like, I only found that out when I was trying to make the nether portal, and I was like, oh, I could totally make an infinite lava source, and you just can't. You can turn it on in game rules before making the— what? I did not know that. If that is genuinely a thing, I'd be really annoyed. Crops won't survive well outside shallow water. This crop won't survive well outside of shallow water. Do you want me to make, like, a 2 deep hole and then plant the rice? Is this how it's gonna work? No? Okay, that was a waste then. Okay. I'll just figure out what it means for this another time. And then right, watch this. I can do this. And boom, it goes down a layer, which means I can continue it over to there and waste less dirt. Oh wait, yeah, that's completely like flat. And then, oh, I don't have enough seeds. Hold on. I've like destroyed most of the grass up here as well. Yeah. You know what, I think I've got quite a nice base going on right now. You know, I've got my nether portal over there, I've got my animal farm here, crops farm here, my house without a roof here. That's from when I tried to do a water bucket clutch and totally passed. But you know, I think I may work on building myself a roof, because someone reminded me in my last stream that there are flying mobs that can attack you at night, and I completely forgot about that. So, I need to do that. Actually, let me build up from the top floor. It's a lot easier. Yeah, I completely forgot phantoms existed. Plant rice in the water. I hope not. I will try that. Do you think I can make the jump down to there, right in that hole? I can. Okay. I put it in a chest, so there's actually no point in me jumping down. But I'm gonna test this out. I'm gonna test it. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right there. Right. You have to plant it in the water. So if I grab a bucket of water, I'm like, oh, I destroyed something. Um, like that. So if I dig a hole here. Oh my gosh, you do plant it in the water. So wait, are you telling me I could just like do that? That would stay watered. This would stay watered. No thank you. Don't do that. That's weird. Um, well, weird to say. Um, um, right. This is modded, basically. Not like anything that adds anything too drastic to the game. It's just got shaders and the Farmer's Delight mod on. But yeah, the mod pack I'm using is fabulously optimized along with a few others. But yeah. I think these potatoes are actually good to be harvested. They are. But it is also turning night. Yeah, that's definitely an odd thing to say. Right. Yeah. I do like the Farmer's Delight mod. It just adds a lot more to the game farming wise, and I love it. You know what, I'm gonna cook up those potatoes as well, actually. Oh, nice. Can I go to sleep yet, or is it gonna be like, no? Yeah, I don't think my PC could handle a crazily modded world. I have tried before doing that, and it just crashes every time. So I can only play with like a few mods on, not a load. Yep. I don't know if you can call it one because like I've played like no progress. Nice. Yeah, so it seems the rice just grows in the water. 100 mods. What? I know my PC can handle like 100 mods for Stardew Valley, but for Minecraft it like does not work. Um, right, I'll check on my sheep and everything actually. Alright, yeah. One of these sheeps has to go, and I don't know which one I should get rid of. I need to get rid of two. But I want white wool for my house. So, uh, you know what, yeah. Oh, don't worry about that. Uh, oh gosh. Yeah, no, when I had a laptop and I tried to run anything on it, it it was like a frying pan with oil on it, basically. It got so hot, so I couldn't play a thing on it. I didn't get any wool. I need one more iron bar as well, so I can make shears. This is this is something I need to prioritize. That's what I'm prioritizing now. I am going to get iron, and I am going to progress. Oh gosh. Yeah, I think most like laptops and stuff are not good with running anything. They just suck at it. Or at least most of the ones I've seen. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I mean, uh, big updates and stuff can just absolutely wreck a PC, and it's awful. I've never heard of that, but I can only imagine how that must have been. Um, I myself am not using a laptop right now, but I have used them in the past for like gaming and stuff. This guy joins my stream every so often just to tell me to eat in Minecraft. Um, oh, shush man. Next time I see you, like, when we're out, honestly, I should have like never told my real life friends, my user, or anything. So your laptop's basically just like a god then, because damn, that's impressive. Thousand plus mods. See, there you meant to put 100, but either one's like, jeez. Having a potato PC is awful. Used to have one. Was not fun. 1,000 is the real limit. Good to know. How do you even find 1,000 different mods to play with? That's my question. Well, unless like, obviously if they're all just like performance ones, then I guess that makes a bit more sense. But if it's like thousands of different mods that do different things, it's like, how? Alright. I'll have to see if I can find that. Because I actually want to know what is in that mod pack. Right, I need to make a pickaxe again. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to like spend the night in the mines. Um, nope. Also, just for anyone new who's joined, This stream will be going up on YouTube, and you can find most of my previous Minecraft streams as well on YouTube as well. But yeah. It's straight up history from 5000 BC. What? That is insane. Genuinely. Actually, I'm gonna check how long this stream's been going on for. I've not been keeping track of time. Hour 26. Modpack has every story and mythical history you can find. Ooh, that does sound cool actually. I do like things related to that, so I might have to check it out. Nah, it's never enough. There's never too much lore. I love lore in games. Oh, nice. Genuinely, how have I not found a single bit of iron down here? Do I actually just need to like dig out the floor one down and do that? Because if iron's genuinely now on like Y16, I will crash out. Could Adobe Acrobat go away? I don't want that. At this point, I might as well just be making like an underground base, I can't lie. Also didn't bring a crafting table down with me, so that's great. That's good to hear. Oh, you lost your Minecraft account? No! Yeah. Turn this into a storage room would be a good idea, actually. I think when I get closer to the 2 hour mark, I may finish up the stream. What am I at now? Like an hour and 30 in. Hello, welcome to the stream. We are playing Minecraft. Like my goal as of right now is just to kind of try and find iron while I'm down here. Oh wait, Y16's a block up. I'm an actual idiot. And there's water above me, so I can't go there anyways. Oh, this is awesome. Super, super awesome. Oh, that's good. That's like even better. You know, though, with all this cobblestone, I could totally make... Oh, wait, I do have a crafting table. I should totally make, like, just another base somewhere. I'll make a tower. I'll make a really tall tower that reaches the height limit. And it's going to be absolutely pointless. Right, I want stone pickaxe. I'll make 3. Oh, that sucks. I hope the new account goes better though. Alright, I hope you enjoyed... Is my microphone working? Hold on. I hope you enjoyed the stream though whilst you watched it. Hope to see you in the next one. And goodbye. My microphone is not working. I don't think it's working. No, it is. Hold on. Why are things bugging out? Okay. I hope to see you in the next stream. I hope you enjoyed it whilst it lasted as well. Goodbye. Okay, why is this not working? Hold on. Let me figure this out. Why is this not working? Oh, is it working now? Is it? Okay, wait. Is this working now? Yeah, it's working now. Okay. The character is back on the screen. Awesome. Yeah, actually, whilst I'm at it, I'll just have like a quick check on the places that I'm live on. So, with TikTok, I'm just gonna wait for it to update. I have a total of 2,354 likes. That's amazing. A total of 342 views. I also think that's the most I've had so far on a TikTok live, which is great. I'm pretty sure on YouTube there's like absolutely nothing, which is fine. I kind of expected that. But yeah, that's awesome, actually. Quite happy about that. This game needs to give me iron. I'm actually gonna check quickly as well, just to see if it's daytime yet or not. Is it? No, it looks like it's nighttime still. Okay, I can just like wait right here until it turns daytime. I like have the mic too close to me actually right now. I need things to talk about now. Making an underground base before iron is kind of crazy. Yeah, but then it's like, you know, I'm not finding any iron. So I don't really know what other kind of choice I have. And like from that base I can kind of just continue to search for iron, I guess, so it's like a win-win. Except like it's not winning because I'm not finding any iron and the only win I get is a base. Oh yeah, definitely. It has to be at this point. I refuse to believe it isn't. Um. Oh yeah. It got nerfed when copper was at it. Got nerfed when copper was at it. What? That's like the worst thing they could have done. It's like you probably have an easier time finding emeralds now than copper. Not copper, iron. Which is like awful. Thank you. The turn on the spawn so I copper. Alright. Well, they should not have done that. I think they should have kept it the same. Seriously? I've been like streaming for an hour 37 and I've not found this. Oh. There's no way. There's no way. The one time I'm about to say, oh, I've not found any iron yet. This game hates me. This is on the version when iron blocks were added to. Oh wow. Oh, I hate this. I hate this game. I thought. Oh, it's right next to a cave. I explained. Oh, that's the worst. Oh, I don't have any wood to make more torches. You know, 4 stacks of iron in 30 to 1 hour is insane. Don't know how you managed to do that. Wait, can you not smelt the blocks? I don't have a smelter, so I don't know why I'm gonna go check, but... Oh, right. I think deep slate's like really good for ores. I'm pretty sure. I have no clue. All right. To be honest, I completely forgot that they added other like furnace things, other than the furnace, obviously. So I completely forgot those existed. I'm gonna not smelt. I'm gonna put this in the furnace though. I'm gonna make another pickaxe, and then I'm gonna make like possibly a shield as well. Though I need wood for that, and I don't think I have any wood left. No, this world has no cheats on at all. Which is why, obviously, I died first in the nether, so now I'm trying to just remake all my stuff. If this was any other kind of playthrough though, I would have keep inventory on. Right, let me put this away. Grab this as well. Do I have any more to spare, actually? do? Add the mod corpses. It's really nice. You know what? You know what? Whilst here, I'll have a quick look, because I'm using Modrinth right now, so I don't know if it'll be on there. But I'll have a look. I'll have a look. Oh, that would have been so helpful. That would have been so helpful when I died in the Nether. I wish I knew that mod existed sooner, actually. Right. Oh wait, no, I need sticks, and I don't have sticks. You know, I think maybe in my next stream I will definitely add it on. Because if I'd known that existed, I would have added that so much sooner. I completely forgot I could have made shears. So now I need to go find iron again. But first I'm gonna actually maintain my farm, because I've not done that in a while. Oh, look at the rice. That looks amazing, actually. Why is that one grown quicker than all the others? Right, this one's grown. This one's grown. I think when I've got, like, if I ever get a good supply of stuff, I'm gonna make a monster farm. Or a mob farm, whatever you call it. My stuff would have been in that. Oh! I really wish I'd known that mod existed then. That would have been amazing to have. I am definitely adding that. I am downloading that onto my world the next time I play. Might add it onto the rest of the worlds I play on. Unless it's not compatible with the version I'm playing. Alright. That's good. Actually, I wanted to cook these potatoes, didn't I? Well, I don't want to cook all of them. Hold on. I'll cook 14 of them. Yeah. Let me go mining again. No, I need torches. I, like, need to stop forgetting everything before I do. What's the version? I think because I'm playing on, like, a fabric or something, it says, like, up in the corner 26.1.2, so I think it's, like, that means it's a fabric or something. I have no clue. Someone asked me before in one of my previous streams, and I had no idea. It's not turning night, is it? No. Okay. It may be. Right. You know what, after playing, when you play horror mods after a certain amount of times, and you go mining, it's like, sometimes, I just remember the fact that literally anything could come out. No, I do not. Alright, that's good. So yeah, I can definitely add it to my game then. You know, that's so real. Sometimes I feel like I hear the sounds as well after playing a horror mod first. And, no, I just don't watch it because, it's not my kind of thing to watch. Um, yeah. I'm not like a huge fan of shows like Invincible and stuff. Oh, actually, I'm not a fan of shows in general anyway, so it's like... Why is there a zombie villager down here? That's like the last place one should be. Oh, is it like one of those where you have to pay to watch, it on a on a thingy? Streaming service? If so, then I'm probably never watching it. Oh yeah, I don't have that, so I'm like, never gonna watch it. I refuse to watch most things if it's on like Amazon Prime or somewhere where you have to pay, because it's like the prices are ridiculous sometimes. Right. Hi, hello, welcome to the stream. We're just playing Minecraft. Pretty casually. Hello as well. Real. Most of the streaming services I have are like ones that I share with my family. I've only just read the username. It's like that's a funny one. But yes, welcome to the stream, new people. Hope you enjoy it. As for goals right now, we're just trying to find iron, which, oh, it's happened again. As soon as I mention it, it appears. Oh, hello again. Right. I can get my shares now, which means I can actually decorate my house. Though every time one of my real life friends joins the chat, I know who it is now as well. It's like before, did not know who that was, and then they told me when we were hung out one time. I was like, that's you? I use keyboard and mouse. What do you mean by oh no? Is it because I have just... Is it because you remembered that I actually know which one of you guys it is? Yes, it is still night, so I need to stay down here because I'm not fighting 50 mobs to get up back to my base. I 100% know. You literally told me what your user was. Like, after because you brought it up. You said, oh, I watched one of your streams the other day. And I was like, you did? And then you told me which user you were. You cannot deny it, bro. It's actually really funny. I can't see half the emojis that people are putting in the chat. Like they're all just like those little weird boxes with the crosses in the middle. And I don't know why that is. They just don't show up on the on this computer. I need iron. Please spawn again. Oh, that's awesome! I love cats so much. They're like super cute. I actually forget how long away the summer break is. I know I have it in soon. Yeah, I know that they are, I think, or at least if they have changed, it used to be around 20 minutes or so for each day to pass and night to go by. I don't know if that's changed or not though. I don't want to use my iron pickaxe yet. Mostly because it'll probably run out soon and I don't want to risk it. Oh my gosh, that breed of cat is super cute. That is actually amazing. Can it turn day soon? I think I should be fine if I just sit here and watch the clouds go by. But then, also that's just not good content. Make a run for it home. I will. Watch me, watch me. Some skeleton's gonna shoot at me, I bet you. I'm actually so glad I put this waterfall here. It's super useful. Unless there's like a creeper right outside my house, because I know there was one before when I came back up at night. I'm hoping there isn't. But I should be all good. Why is my mouse moving like extra slow? What has happened to it? Okay, we're all good. Boom, made it back safely. What difficulty is it on? I don't remember. What difficulty is it on? I'm on normal difficulty. Normally I play on like easy or something, but I want this run to be as legit as possible, so I'm doing it on normal difficulty and everything. You know what, let me make those chairs real quick. I could never play on hard difficulty. It's like too hard for me. You know what, that's so real. Zombies are awful. I hate them. And they're also just a pain sometimes. I think any mob's a pain, really. Right. Let me work. Okay, so I've kind of worked on my farm actually already. So we've got the rice growing and stuff. I don't know what this is going to look like though when it's fully grown. So I'm just going to like leave it as is. Oh, finally got a poisonous potato. I need to make a composter. That's what I should make. But I don't remember what you need to make one of those. I wonder if I can quickly search it up. Hold on. I'm searching this up. I've not clicked the right tab. There we go. I don't want a YouTube video for it. So the crafting recipe of composters is 4 fences and 3 planks. Okay, 4 fences and 3 planks. I need to remember that. I'll need to gather a bit more wood then. Do they not? I completely forgot child chambers existed actually. Right, I need to make fences. How do I make fences actually? Hold on. Okay, so it's like the opposite of a gate. Okay, and then I think I just need slabs, which is like that, and then it should be like 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh no, not the baby zombies. Have I done that right? Hold on. Didn't even need a fence. That search was a lie. It lied to me. Just wasted wood on fences. Yeah, baby zombies are like probably one of the most annoying mobs out there. I don't actually remember, but I think in this update though they might have like improved their hitbox or something. I don't remember though. Whilst I'm here, I'll make some bread. And I'll compost a bit of that. Can I compost seeds? They changed it back. Oh yes, I can compost seeds. Okay, there goes all those seeds. Yeah, I'll get rid of a few more here as well. There's a mod that makes mobs spawn with extra hearts and stuff. Oh my gosh. Why? Who would make that mod? that sounds painful to play. Right. Bread, awesome. Right. What do I do now? I could go mining again, actually. Time to hit the mines again. Alright. I made more iron actually, didn't I? Or did I? Where did I put it? Did I make more iron? Or am I actually going insane right now? I feel like I made more iron, but or is it in my furnace? It's in my furnace, that's why. I'll make another iron pickaxe. just because. Put you in there. Put you in there. But they give extra drops, more XP and more get. Oh, okay, so that's fair enough. It's a good balance actually, like. Right. Here's to hoping that I find more iron. Oh, right. Iron gear's like one of the things that a lot of people actually, like, base things you need in the game. I think, especially with mods. To be honest, actually, I feel like strip mining would have gotten a lot better than this. Well, that's cool. Right. Let's continue going this way then. Ooh, is that an amethyst thing over here? It is. I should totally head over to that geode. There's one right there as well. Oh, there's one over there. Whoa, there's like a ton of amethyst geodes. Oh my gosh, this is like the entire cave system. Wait, can I zoom out even more? Yeah, I think I'll head out this way. Okay, so 6 add the 7 I have at home, which is like, I've got a good enough amount of iron, but don't know if it's enough to make like another chestplate. Can make a sweet berry cookie. Odd. Okay, avoiding the gravel. Avoiding the gravel again. Oh wait, I forgot. I need to place down torches. Avoid the gravel. I feel like they should just not have added gravel to the game. Like, out of every block you could add to Minecraft, they should just not have added gravel. Okay, I think if I just dig like this way and not run into a cave, I'll find the amethyst geode, hopefully. Don't know why I want to go into it, but you know. You know what? I love and hate the dynamic lights mod purely because it's good when you're going in caves and stuff, but then you also forget to place down torches and it's like awful. Okay, should be almost there. Ooh, iron. Please let it be on this level and not like 50 levels below. Okay, yeah, it's here. Oh, awesome. We found an amethyst geode. Oh, I'm gonna collect like a load of these. Can I break these with my bare hand? Does this would have to be with a pickaxe? Also, what is this block? I've not seen that calcite. I love the sound amethyst things. This Snezhnaya beat behind the screen is gonna be soon. What? Leave the clustering ones so you can come back for more later. Okay, I will. And only the full grown ones will drop. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Oh man, I'm gonna have to check out the Genshin stream after this. If I have the time, actually. Right, I'm gonna mark this here. Actually, I forgot what button it was. It's this. I forgot how to spell amethyst. Hold on. It's in 20 minutes? No. I'm gonna miss it. Damn. Well, I will probably see spoilers or something on TikTok. Actually, how long have I been going for? If it's 2 hours or something. Okay. I'm gonna do 3 more minutes of stream and then I'm done. I've been going for 2 hours, so it's gonna take ages to upload onto YouTube actually. I think this is like the longest stream I've ever done. Alright. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna risk it and run home. These mobs don't have a chance against me. I feel like I should like start playing like Skywars again or something. Don't know if you can play it on Bedrock though. Which if you can't, that sucks. Wait, no, this is Java. Did I say Java? Oh wow. See, I would start editing my videos, but I really cannot be bothered doing it. So just like upload them straight away, but if it's gonna take that long to upload, it's like, jeez. Ah, fair. You know what though? You know what though? With all this, I think this is like a pretty good place to end off the stream. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and hope to see you in the